the quieter the mind, the more relaxed, the more you'll be in feminine energy and in a state of feeling as opposed to thinking. You can only think your way out of so much. It's when you shut your mind off is when it really works the best. And that's one of the things that's so very powerful about meditation, and it's so damn important. It should be like taught in the first grade. That's how important meditation is. And I'm speaking from experience because, I did have a spontaneous Kundalini experience. And then after that, I got heavy into meditation. And this is really the best way to do it. All right. I know there's billions of ways. I'm going to tell you the best way. All right. Is we have thoughts, right, in the mind. The mind will go and it'll think. And sometimes we'll talk to ourselves, like when I talk to myself sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm crazy. I tell myself weird stuff. The mind, when what it is the mind is crazy. It has to be, and the sooner you can accept that and look at your mind and say, damn, that's crazy, and then that comes with meditation. So let me explain the process. What you do is, it doesn't matter. You can lay down, sit up, however, it doesn't really matter how you're sitting. The main important thing is you want to pay attention to when you have a thought. Most people will say that my mind never stops thinking. So what you do is you just focus the most fundamental thing. What's the most fundamental thing? Your breath. And as soon as you breathe, you'll go to feeling. You'll feel the breath go into your stomach. You can feel your fingers, and you'll go to feeling just for a second. And then all of a sudden a thought will pop in. And at first, when you first start meditating, you'll have like 7 or 8 thoughts before you even realize you're thinking. But in the beginning, that's what it's all about. It's not about not thinking. It's about catching yourself thinking. Every time you do that, give yourself a little mental pat on the back. Because you just observed your own mind. Now, the more you do that, the more you're able to do that, and eventually you'll start observing it, and eventually you'll just get to a point to where you go to meditate and you're just in a meditative state. And when you meditate enough, you'll remain in a meditative state most all the time, like I do now. Most all the time, my mind's not really doing anything. I'm just like, I'm watching, observing myself and my surroundings. So people can wig out all around me and I could just be calm as a cucumber, just not even give a damn, because I'm not identified with myself or my mind at all. I'm like kind of observing from another perspective. And this is the other thing that's extremely powerful about meditation, is when you practice shutting off the mind, even if it doesn't shut off, even if you're just observing the thoughts, when you practice that process, when you go back to identify with the mind, it will be that much more powerful and it'll work that much better, as opposed to somebody that's always identified with it. Because the person that is able to meditate and able to look, it's a deeper perspective. You're able to watch yourself from a broader perspective. And then when you do re-identify with it, it's just a clearer, crisper, better understanding of everything in your world. So it's so crucial. I can't stress that enough. There's different videos. There's a lot of different ways to meditate, but the very, very best way is just to feel. And the first thing you'll feel is your breath, and then you breathe in, breathe out, feel it go all the way down into your stomach, and then all the way out. Then you'll feel every part of your body. And then a thought will come, or 2 thoughts, and then catch yourself thinking and start over again, and just keep doing that. And, through that process, first of all, it's incredibly peaceful. You will find a level of peace and serenity that is so pure. For me, it got to a point to where I didn't care if I was astral traveling. I didn't care if I was having an out-of-body experience. I just wanted to meditate. And I was basically pretty much addicted to that feeling for a couple years. So I'm definitely speaking from experience when it comes to that.